Breaking news: Doyin Okupe dumps Labour Party. Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. As we all know, Mr. Doyin Okupe was a former Director General of Peter Obi's presidential campaign organization. That's the Obidati presidential campaign organization. And yes, he has finally dumped the Labour Party. Doyin Okupe shared his resignation letter with newsmen in Abuja on Monday, adding that the ideological differences in the post-2023 elections were the basis of his departure from the party. The former DG was, in December 2023, convicted by the Federal High Court in Abuja after being prosecuted by the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission for money laundering to the tune of 700 million. He was accused of illegally receiving money from a former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki, from the funds meant for arms procurement, and he was jailed for 2 years, but the judge placed an option of a fine of 30 million, which he took and avoided time in prison. And Doyin Okupe, a day before his conviction for money laundering, had announced his withdrawal from the campaign of Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, but vowed his support and loyalty to the party's flag bearer. We could recall back then in 2013, before the elections, Doyin Okupe had tendered, his withdrawal from the party when he was going to court over this money laundering, issue. And now, my country people, Doyin Okupe has finally tendered his resignation from the Labour Party. Yes, this is interesting. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Doyin Okupe has, however, pledged and wished the party success in their future endeavor, and has also given a shout out to Peter Obi. Back then in October 2023, it was reported that Doyin Okupe was hospitalized for cancer. It was also learned that Okupe returned from Israel, where he was being treated for prostate cancer. However, it was learned that his condition had not improved as at then. And here we have it, my country people. So the reason Doyin Okupe gave for his resignation is quite, understanding. Doyin Okupe cites ideological conflicts. That's the reason he gave. He said, see, this ideology of the Labour Party, it's not really adding up. He cited ideological differences post-2023 election on the basis for his departure from the party. So, my country people, this is quite surprising for a man like Doyin Okupe, who was Peter Obi's ex-campaign chief, dumping the Labour Party. But for now, Doyin Okupe has not declared a party. He has not decamped to another party. For now, he has tendered his resignation. So we are yet to see the next move from Doyin Okupe. Yes, my country people, he's yet to move to another party. But then we wonder what party it may be, because at this point, we don't know what his next step would be. But then Nigerians have reacted. Let him join the APC so that his sins can be forgiven. I remain Peter Obi's strong supporter. He can set up his own party. You cannot predict Nigerian politicians. They understand the game better, while citizens take the position of opposition. It is not a surprise. He needs to eat as a politician that he is. It's because the court has refused to use one or two politicians as example. When you decamp, you lose everything. Well, his stomach infrastructure. This is back to where it all started, free to air. We Obi supporter will vote Tinubu second term to pay back time, okay? We are heading to APC. Unprincipled set of Nigerians. He's heading to APC. The unprincipled set of Nigerian politicians without ideology. Going, gone. That party will soon be empty. This would bring another setback for the Labour Party. But then, My humble advice to Nigerian people is to allow Tinubu to rule. We shall see how the outcome would be. I wonder why Peter Obi picked him as his campaign DG. Well, it is business as usual. Well, my country people, this is politics for you, but then these are reactions from Nigerians. The fact that politicians tend to dump one party for another is not a today something. We've been experiencing, such a things. It is expected for politicians to dump one party for another, or to decamp from one party to another. But Doyin Okupe's case is quite different. He tendered his resignation, that he's no longer in the Labour Party, but has yet to declare a party which he would be. So as time goes on, more details will unfold on Doyin Okupe's case, if he would decamp to the APC or the PDP. But then it seems that Labour Party has lost a treasure, because Doyin Okupe, yes, back then willingly resigned from his position as the campaign DG of the Obidati presidential campaign organization, when he was accused of a 700 million naira fraud, and then he was taken by the EFCC for more interrogations and investigation. And then he went to court. They charged him to court and all of that, until the courts gave him an order either to serve a 2-year jail term or to pay the sum of 30 million naira, which he paid that fine, and then he was released. And ever since then, we've not heard from Doyin Okupe until now that he tendered his resignation. So these are symptoms of a politician. These are what Nigerians are seeing often. If it doesn't favor you here, they tend to move to the other party where it favors them. They are more out for themselves than for the people they represent. And with the crisis that is going on in the Labour Party, the fact that the Labour Party has two factions, the Lamidi Apapa and the Julius Abure faction of the Labour Party, well, that party has been facing one or two challenges because of these two factions. The Lamidi Apapa faction will come and say, no, the Julius Abure faction is not a legitimate faction of the Labour Party, and all of that, bringing crisis and confusion here and there. So my country people, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.